Alright, Ray the CPA here. This video is for you if you already have a tax debt, an IRS tax debt of $20,000 or more. If you don't, like if you have an IRS tax debt, feel free to listen in, but this video isn't specifically for you. This video is about the truth about tax resolution services. So watch the entire video. So, tax resolution. People, you see it with the corny guy, well, more corny than me, maybe sometimes less corny than me, but you see, the cheesy dude telling you, call 888-888-8888, and, we'll help you out of your IRS debt, and, you can get out from under. Here's the truth about tax resolution. There are a couple of things that have to happen. You go to your mailbox in the morning, you get a letter, you realize it's not a check, it's from the IRS, you open the letter already has a payment voucher on it, it has a long letter number, it's written in a way where it already scares the crap out of you, you don't understand, it's not in plain language, and you're nervous. Then you call the IRS. Now if you called the IRS anytime this year, you know that they are understaffed and they are overextended quite a bit. The purpose of the IRS is to collect tax revenue, not to give out revenue. Now they're in charge of stimulus checks, they're in charge of fixing, everyone is riding the bike while they're building it, so you have to be very careful. You're not going to reach necessarily a representative. So, in tax resolution, first, you get with an organization, they're going to investigate your situation. So you're going to tell them, then they're going to investigate it, usually pull a transcript, perhaps, or it's going to be transcript, pulling an analysis, or perhaps you have a bunch of IRS letters that they need to read through and they need to understand. That's the first step. Second step, they are going to, based on the facts and the merits of your case, they're going to suggest to you a strategy, whether that be an offer in compromise, whether that be an installment agreement, whether that be some type of penalty abatement. I'm using things that don't necessarily make sense to you, but these are all tactics that you can use with the IRS. Now, the last phase is bringing you current and compliant. Typically, if you owe 20 grand or more to the IRS, it's because you've got penalties, interest charges, because you didn't do something or you did something incorrectly. The IRS does your taxes. All you're doing every year when you file is telling them what they don't know. Here are the deductions and credits that I have. And the IRS can't know that. They just know what's reported to you as income. So that last phase is bringing you current and compliant. So you have an investigation, then you have crafting the plan, then you have bringing you current and compliant. Now, there are salesy people that will sell you a package and, it's going to cost you a lot to deal with them. But the key is you have to have somebody that can communicate to the IRS and then two, can catch up the stuff that you're not caught up on, right? So if you didn't file, let's say you didn't file a return. If you didn't file a return, then you need somebody that can fix and file that return. And there's probably a reason you didn't file that return. Either your records weren't good or a life event happened. Something happened where you didn't do that, and you need somebody that can get you through. So the truth is, you most likely, when it comes to tax resolution, you want to go with someone that is licensed to deal with the IRS, like a CPA or an EA, and you want to go with somebody who is not going to charge you a ridiculous amount of money and not produce anything. There's no magic cure. So that's the biggest thing that you can take from this video. No one is going to get it down to zero like that because there's a penalty involved. You did something incorrectly, and that's why the IRS is billing you. Now, there are some occasions the IRS made a mistake. You need somebody that can find out whether or not the IRS made a mistake, who can essentially redo the return that you're missing, and find out whether or not the IRS made a mistake, but that's rare. Normally, you're going to owe something. And the key is who can, one, take the stress out of it and come in like Winston Wolfe in Pulp Fiction, or if you're not familiar with Pulp Fiction, come in, calm you down, and handle it for you. You need someone that can handle the situation for you and take the stress away. That's the biggest thing that you're going to pay for. Now, if you are in this predicament, if you have $20,000 or more, now is the time to get with somebody. On the bottom of the screen, in this scroll, you can register at cbtlimited.com. You can send me an email at ray@cbtlimited.com. In the subject line, put tax res. We can talk about your specific situation and we can get you squared away. As we proceed through 2021 and into 2022, the expectation in the industry is that there's going to be a lot more tax penalties, tax audits because of PPP, because of the EIDL, because of all of these things that were given out to prop businesses up. There are going to be a lot more IRS audits. Under the new administration, the Biden administration, there is more funding for the IRS. So the IRS will be doing more auditing. The IRS will be looking more closely at things. So if you have a penalty, that penalty is only going to continue to increase. If you haven't received a letter in a while, it's not because they forgot about you, it's because they're backed up. But the interesting thing about the Internal Revenue Service is that, to me, they're one of the more scary agencies if you don't know better, because they can seize your stuff. They can, without a warrant, they can garnish stuff. So what you're looking for, the thing that really you should be alarmed about, and don't get alarmed, right? You want to handle it, but the thing that should alarm you is when you hear intent to levy. When they're about to levy, which means they're about to put their hands on your finances, that's when you really need to get in touch with somebody. So, as always, Ray the CPA coming at you. Thanks for being here. This is the truth about tax resolution. There are no miracles. And it's going to cost you because it takes a lot of time and effort. But you want to go with somebody who you can trust. You want to go with somebody that can make you feel comfortable. And you want to go with somebody that can handle it. All right, Ray the CPA. As always, God bless. Hit that like and subscribe. And again, if you are suffering and you are in need of tax resolution, you know how to get in contact with me. Right down here. All right. Ray the CPA is out. Take care.